Predicting the future is impossible, but in this video I will show you a simple method to uncover best opportunities on the stock market. Stay until the end of the video because I will share with you a real-life example.
In one of the previous webinars, we talked about Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, I think it's the biggest company at the moment in Europe. And it's a famous company because they invented or they discovered a drug which help people to lose weight, and it's something really interesting because since they discovered this drug, uh, the company really skyrocketed. Look, and also the sales and net income skyrocketed. And as I told you, if we go, for example, in the ranking section and we go to Europe stocks 600, we can definitely say Novo Nordisk is the biggest company in Europe. Okay, so they just released their 2024 results. Let's go back to Novo Nordisk. Here we are. Yes, they just released the 2024 year results, and it's something really interesting to see because before they released the earnings, I made this print screen for you, where few days ago we could see we could see here we could saw this is the net income plotted on the chart. And as you know, if you use the forecaster, this is the TTM, the trailing 12-month data, and it was 24 billion. The trailing 12-month net income was 94 billion. Okay, and as you know, we are always very interested in companies that are going down, are experiencing a downward movement on the stock market, even if the results are going up. So this is exactly the case, okay, where a company is going down, is slowing down on the stock market, but the earnings in this case is going up. Okay, and this was the situation before the earnings. Okay, what happened? If we go here to the overview page, we can find the updated situation, which is more than 100 billion in net income. And this is something really interesting because before the company released the 2024 results, okay, we had a let's say prediction by the TTM of 90 billion in net income for the company, and then the expectation was beaten by the effective results. And this is something really interesting, guys, because every time in the fundamental page of every single stock, we can find here in the raw page where we have the raw results of the company, we can find every time the TTM, which is something interesting because the TTM, which is trailing 12 month, give us a clear picture of how the company is going real time. Okay, what is TTM? TTM as we can see here in the description, remember the forecaster terminal is not a black box. The forecaster terminal aim is to give you data you can believe in. You can use because you really deeply understand from where they come from. Okay, and as you can see, TTM or trailing 12 month refers to the financial data collected over the past 12 months. In balance sheet, TTM data provide you an update view of a company performance, summarizing metrics to reflect recent trend and seasonal variance. Very simple. Let's open a paint page because I would like you really to understand what TTM is, because it's something really important in order to understand where we are in front of a good opportunity on the stock market. As you probably know, every listed company must publish their results every 3 months in order to allow us investors to understand if the company is going well or bad. So every year they have to publish the results every 3 months, and means if this is the yearly cycle of a company, it means that, for example, after 3 months after the beginning of the year, they have to publish the results. So January, February, March. So every March, sorry, I'm not very good in writing with the mouse. Every March they have to publish the results. Then after March, April, May, June. In June, they have to publish again. And then after 3 months, very simple, September. And then after 3 months again, they have to publish again the result. And here we are in December, which is the end of the year. Okay? So TTM is very simple. The previous 4 quarters. Okay? So for example, every December, we have the sales, we have the net income, we have all the parameters that we can find on the financial statements, and the company give us the results for this specific 3 months. Okay? And what's happening? Another year start. So for example, we start again. And in the new year, for again March, they have to publish the results. Again, for June, they have to publish the results. What happened here, for example, in June? In June, if we would like to know which is the TTM data, the trailing 12 month, it's very simple, because if we would like to see TTM in June, okay, we have to collect the data from the previous 4 quarters. Okay? So in this case, if we are in June and we would like to see how the company is performing, let's say real time, we would like, for example, to know how much sales, how much net income the company is doing at the moment in real time. Thanks to the TTM, we can see if the company has a good momentum in results, because we have to catch the June quarter, the March quarter, and going back to the previous year, okay, we can add also the December quarter and the September quarter. So thanks to the TTM, we know exactly if the company is experiencing a good or bad momentum. Okay? Very simple. Is it clear, guys? Did you understand the explanation for the TTM? Give me a feedback, please, so we can go on. Okay, perfect. This is something very nice, because for every company, we can see if the company is performing well or not, even if the year is not ended yet. Okay? Of course, there is a specific moment which is for the major part of the cases for every company in the world, December, where the end of the year, okay, the end of the year is the results for the entire year is the same of the TTM. So for example, in this case, if we go to fundamental, okay, and we go here to the raw part, today that we just, the 2024 just ended, we have the complete year results, which is exactly the same of TTM. Why? Because TTM is made by the previous 4 quarter, okay? And of course, the end of 2024 is made of the previous 4 quarter. That's it. And this is why we have the same situation, okay? If we go, for example, to see a company already, you already know, because we talked a lot about Lululemon and we bought it when Lululemon was very low on the stock market, okay? As you can see, in the case of Lululemon, where the fiscal year end differently respect compared to Novo Nordisk, okay, here we can find a very nice situation, because look, if we watch the net income at the end of the last year, we had 1.55 billion in net income. If we take the previous 4 quarter, okay, we can expect a better situation. We have a better situation, and these tell us that the momentum of the company results is positive. Okay, we can of course watch this data not only on the chart, but we can go here on the fundamental page, we can go here in the raw part, and as you can see, we can find TTM, trailing 12 month, and you can find the TTM number for every voice, including revenue and of course the net income. As you can see, the net income is 1.7 billion, but it's higher compared to 1.55 from the last year, okay? And from where this number is coming from, very simple, because if we switch to quarterly, in this case, this number come from this quarter, this quarter, this quarter, and this quarter. Very simple, okay? Very, very simple. If you add this quarter to this quarter to this quarter to this quarter, this is the result, okay? So this is something very interesting to see, because we know that sometimes happen that companies goes down on the in the stock market because of various reasons. For example, at the moment, Novo Nordisk is experiencing a downward movement for many reasons, okay? For example, we had what we can call disappointing clinical trial results a few weeks ago, as you can see here on Euronews article, because, and of course, if you remember, the stock plunged 20% because the Cagrisima obesity drug was expected to have something like 24% in losing weight, and the trials gave results for 22.7%, and the market um, was upset for this, and this is why the share plunged 20%. Probably you remember, because if you see the chart, this is what we are talking about. This is exactly the moment where the stock crashed on the stock market. Another problem with Novo Nordisk, this company, guys, is is Danish, okay? And you probably know that Mr. Trump would like to take over on Greenland, which is property of Denmark. And this is something that scares analysts, because they say, "Oh my God, what's happening here? We have Trump, which would like to take over Greenland, and Greenland is Danish. Novo Nordisk is Danish. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Probably Trump will say something about Novo Nordisk, and he will not allow anymore Novo Nordisk to sell his lose weight drug in the United States, and this could be a disaster for the company, because of course United States, it's a huge market for the company. We don't know, but this is something that create um, scare on the market, and this is why uh, the company is going down at the moment in the stock market. Another point, we have, of course, the increased competition with Eli Lilly, for example. Eli Lilly, you probably remember the company because we talked about Eli Lilly many times. We are talking about one of the biggest company of the S&P 500. You can find here, just after Berkshire Hathaway, we can find Eli Lilly and Company, which is a drug maker. They saw, of course, the success of Novo Nordisk in the uh, weight, lose weight drug field, and of course they created their own drug for losing weight, and they are selling good. And this is another factor that give a little bit of scare for to the analyst, okay? But but at the end of the day, what I would like you to understand from today webinar is that in the long run, as you can see exactly thanks to the forecaster, stocks follow their fundamentals. If the company make money, at the end of the day, the stocks goes up. The stock goes up. Very simple. Very, very simple. And sometimes happen like we are experiencing now with Novo Nordisk, and how we experienced it few months ago with Lululemon. Sometimes the market make a mistake. Sometimes the market overreact. Sometimes the market is too much pessimistic about a company, like the market did with Lululemon. Lululemon crashed on the stock market at the beginning of 2024, not because the company was going bad, because as you can see, the results are really solid, they're really resilient, okay? But because this company is in the exact industry of Nike, and Nike was performing bad. And this is why the analyst and the investor was, let's say, um, negative. The outlook for the entire industry was negative, and also Lululemon crashed because of the pessimistic view on this industry. of course, what is always happening on the market, at a certain point, the analyst and the investor start to watch the company and start to say, guys, this is this is a little bit too pessimistic because this company is growing. This company is having very nice results. This company is selling is trousers, is yoga trousers, for example, for Lululemon, all across the globe, and especially women are mad for this product. And look, they are experiencing a huge growth, and that's it. The market, Mr. Market, understand is wrong, and at a certain point, investors start to buy again the company. And this is what will happen, in my opinion, to Novo Nordisk and many others company. Okay? What is important to understand is that we have to watch at the TTM, especially net income, but also sales, because it's a really nice and easy way to understand if the company momentum is good or bad. Okay? Many people, for example, um, don't understand why Tesla is going down in the latest week in the stock market, but it's very easy, guys. Look, this is Tesla results. Look, what is happening? Very simple. After many years of growing, both in sales and net income, you can see here on the forecaster, we had a better year in sales 2024 compared to 2023, but with a very small growth. But look at the net income. The net income cut in half, okay? 50% less. And this is something that scares the market, because if you plot, as we always do, the net income to the Tesla chart, you can really understand that this green line, which is the net income, is something like balance point where price tend to be. Okay, you can see another nice example, for example, on Nvidia. If we go on Nvidia and we plot a 10-year chart, what you see is a skyrocketing share, but it's skyrocketing because the company is doing great net income speaking. Okay, that's it. Very simple. And really, I would like you to understand that watching at the TTM fundamentals is something that can really give you an idea about the company results momentum. And this is something very interesting. Okay, this is why for every company listed, we know, thanks to the forecaster, when the next earnings will be. And if you click this button, you will find in your calendar, that you can find here, the alarm. You can find the advice, not really advice, I don't know how to say, but you will find in the calendar written in that specific day that the company you decided to analyze will publish the earnings. Okay, a reminder. Thank you, Lawrence, you are the best, because you always suggest me how to uh, talk in a better English.